Hello, Key Biscayne. It is Monday, June 4th, 2018, and this is the No One's Listening Show, episode 112. I am your host, Rafa, and I'm here with the panel. To my left is Manny.
112th?
112th. And to his left is Anna.
Hi, I'm dying to tell you something about the melodica, but I cannot until later.
All right. Let's start how we always start. It's called Weekend Talk. You want to go first? We kind of did some similar things this weekend, Manny.
Sure.
You guys hung out or what?
We kind of did, but I'll tell you what we didn't do together. We went for a great paddle yesterday.
Oh, I saw you.
Yeah, we had Chico's Paddle Club come back together. It was Chico's birthday yesterday.
Yay! How old is he?
It's his birthday today too. In fact, it's his birthday every day in June.
Oh,
I
buddy.
love June because when people ask me how old Chico is, I say he's 11 or 10 or whatever his birthday his age is, and I say, as a matter of fact, today's his birthday, and they're like, "What? No way!"
You saw how excited I got? Because I got excited.
Yeah. And I love to see that excitement in people. So, we went for a paddle yesterday.
I missed it, man.
Was
Damn.
one of those dead calm days. We saw it coming a mile away. The wind was from the west. We had a good crew of about 30 people out there. You may have seen some of the pictures on social media, and it was really nice, man. Dogs, kids, adults, friends, new people. We went down to the lighthouse and back, and it was beautiful.
It's so fun to paddle in a group, I have to say. When I've gone with you and your friends, it's so different. I mean, I like going alone also, obviously, but it gives you this power that you don't usually have. I could never make it to the lighthouse by myself from where we leave off, like around Oceana. But with you guys, I just like found this strength and
it's
went.
cool because
there's like something to being in a group, you know?
You can go with people next to you and talking, or you can just kind of peel off and be by yourself and still be within the pack. So that was nice. How about you, Friday? What'd you do Friday?
So Friday night, what did we do? We went to the Gypsy, which was awesome. So there's so many good things about that. So it was Scott's birthday, which you told me about, which was great. And Scott is a lover of the Gypsy, which is amazing.
Scott Hardy.
Yeah. And so it was his birthday, and so he decided to tell his friends, let's go to the Gypsy, which is like my perfect birthday plan, too. I mean, my birthday's coming up. I might do the same thing.
I like it. I am down.
I turned 50 on the Gypsy.
Yeah, exactly. Remember?
You were there, yeah.
Why was I not there?
I think you were
I went
there.
to your birthday dinner.
It was the same. It was the day of the show, and then we went to the dinner after.
We went to the... Oh, okay. Okay, I got it. Yes, I was there.
Who's 50 now?
Good. Well, at the time I reached
it was
50.
great, man. There were kids and just
Adults and
dogs again. It's like a common theme here for the crew.
Yeah, and so it was a good party, going from boat to boat like we do. I got to fix the radio, which I'm super excited about. I'll talk about it in a second. Also, and then we stayed there. We were the last ones to leave, like at 12:30.
What?
Like that. Yeah.
12:30? Man, I left at 10. I thought it
Like
was late.
midnight 30.
Yeah. So
Did you guys clean up?
No. What happened? This was weird. Yeah, I tried, but Scott took the last ferry in, and then he came back out for us 4 stragglers. And it was like me and Tom and Allison and Dave and was there anybody and Mike. Okay, so we're all there hanging out. It was a good time, like the last stragglers. And then Scott comes back, but he's done. He's KO'd, and he decides he's just going to sleep out there.
Well, that's
his thing.
what he does.
Yeah, exactly. So
I like it.
So he passes out on the boat, and he chills out there. And then we go back on Tom and Allison's boat. And we didn't clean up because they said they would come back out and clean up, which I was so worried about because I'm like,
what a bad idea.
I don't like
They did the next day. They were out there the next day.
They did. I trusted that they did if they said they were going to do it. But
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's like not good for me. Me and my buddies, I would never trust them to say, let's do it the next day.
No.
No one would make it back. Disaster.
We're not adults yet.
I was going to say, when you become an adult, you become a little more accountable.
You know,
So
when you're 50.
yeah.
Because 34, 33 and 34, you know.
So I didn't
Aren't
wanna
old
leave.
enough.
I didn't want to leave it, but
So bad.
it was fine. And I heard these really funny stories that maybe we'll just have them come on one day. That Allison was telling that were so funny. I didn't like when she started telling the stories. She was like, "Oh, there's a funny story," and Tom was like, "Well, don't say that because you're gonna blow it." And they were hilarious. And I'll save it for when we invite her back on. But these stories were really good. Anyway, that was the weekend.
Nice.
And it was really nice. Yeah.
That
And then
sounds
we did
fun.
Some other things, which I was going to mention because I wrote it down here. I sold T-shirts for the 4th of July like all weekend long. Must have been 10 hours of that crap because I can't get anybody to help me.
I thought I saw Alexa there with Savvy.
Yes, they went for 2 hours. Thank you to them, and so did Austin. Thank you to him, and so did Michelle. Thanks.
I visited you.
Yeah, which is nice.
I'll tell you.
So you told us who did, but who didn't. So that's what you got to do is call them out here, Griff. Sorry.
There's like 30. There's like 30 of them that don't want to do it. And next year, I don't know what we're going to do because nobody wants to work T-shirt sales.
That's so silly. It's fun. If you do just a 2-hour stint, if everybody participates, that's not bad.
I asked everybody to do 4 hours because it's so impossible for me to get anybody that it's like if I only get a 2-hour stint at like from imagine
but
I get
more
a 2 hour
people do it, you know.
If I get a 2 to 4, but I don't get a morning or I don't get the people before, that means I got to go in the morning to drop off the shirts. Then at 2 at 2 I get to leave to let somebody go for 2 hours, and then I got to come back later to do another shift. And like,
Rafa, does it have to be somebody within your group?
No, anybody I can just
so
trust
some
with
kid
money.
can do it for community service.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Or a free T-shirt.
So this is something that we
That's
talk
a good
about
idea.
every year, but next year I hope to actually put that plan in motion because it's hard to get kids in June to be doing stuff.
Let me help you with that.
If you know anybody, yeah.
Well, no, all we have to do is put it on.
He knows kids. You don't know kids.
I don't know. I mean, my kids aren't going to do it. But I know people. You know, we know there's these chats. You know, there's these chats.
We should have been hitting those chats.
Yeah.
We have people in the crew who know about those chats. They could be like, hey, easy community service for
Your
kids, you know?
people, they suck, man. I'm gonna call them out. That's crap. I'm sorry.
Nobody wants to do it anymore.
Key Biscayne 4th of July Parade Committee. You suck.
Wait, Anna, you don't have to be on the
it.
4th of July committee to do it. So
I visit Rafa every year. Okay, I bring him a beer or something.
So let's do it now. It's not too late, right? You want to put it on
it's
the
not
chat?
too late. Yeah.
All right, so we'll do that. So stay tuned.
And I can give service hours. I can even pad them for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice, I like that. I'll tell you about the weekend. It was a glorious beach weekend, finally.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous. The water was gorgeous. The sand was nice. The sun was out. It was beautiful.
It looked
And
like
we
the
haven't
Bahamas out there.
we have not had one in a long time. I was missing that. So, yay to the beach.
Awesome.
That's about
so
it.
I wanted to say this. When I was selling the shirts, this friend, this guy John Rafferty, like you know him.
Of course.
I met him years ago at this village thing. You did it, the thing that they did at the yacht club where they teach you about the village and stuff like that. What was it called?
Yes, I forgot what it's called.
Well, they teach you about the village. They get there's a program in the village or the foundation, the community foundation, where they try and educate. They try and educate people on the key on how the key works, so that people can get more involved and know exactly how civic life works on the island. And I met John there, and he was like the coolest guy there, and we hit it off. And then he's come to a bunch of our events and stuff like that whenever I can invite him. He's got a family and stuff, but he just told me yesterday that he's moving to Austin, Texas, which is a bummer.
We had a going away party for him
cool
yesterday.
Guy. Yeah,
and
then
I saw you
he
there.
was having a party outside Casa del Mar. Yeah, he was a good addition to the community. It's a shame he's got
him and his family they're really good people. Heather and they have 2 awesome boys. So we'll miss them here, but I'm sure they'll be back.
I was invited to do that at a time when I was doing too much. I was like doing a poetry club and pottery and all this stuff that has gone away from my life now, which is really lame. But the point is, I couldn't be there, and I'm sad because they never invited me back. I thought maybe they'll invite me back for their next round. So if anybody's listening, I'm open now. I have a lot of free time now. I just was really busy. I was in the middle of the book last time. Now I'm like...
It's free dinner
I'm
once a week
open.
or once every 2 weeks.
And it was when you did it. And so I wish we would have done it together. But I had way too much going on at that time in my life. But I'm open. I'm open now.
Cool. So that's your weekend. John Rafferty. Miss you, bud. Okay, what are you guys listening to?
I am listening to the Black Crowes.
Oh.
Jealous Again.
Oh, right.
Nice.
That song just gets me going every time. So that's my pick for the week.
So the Black Crowes play a lot on Raw Radio. The second album, I think it's the second album. That's like more acoustic. Anyway, Black Crow's a great brand. That's all I wanted to say. Do you know what album that's on or no? Not off the top of your head.
Yeah, is that on? It's on the Black Crowes.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so there's this guy. His name's Father John Misty.
You made fun of me when I recommended a Father John Misty song.
I put one on the radio a while ago too.
But you made fun of me when I recommended him.
For me, he's kind of hit or miss.
You heard the new album?
Yeah, so the new album came out, and I put it on. And the first track just caught my ear, and I listened to it a couple times. It's called Hang Out at the Gallows. And just check it out. How would you explain John Misty, dude?
Oh, it's hard to explain it. There's some songs that are a little like too like
they're
poppy,
orchestral
but
a little bit.
There are.
It's like an acoustic guitar and then like an orchestral kind of backing sound a little bit.
They are.
And yeah, it's like indie rock. Pop,
He's coming this summer. He'll be here at the Fillmore because he just released this new album like yesterday. So I'm surprised you heard.
Yep, so that's my recommendation.
Heard that.
The song's called Hang Out at the Gallows. The album's called God's Favorite Customer. Father John Misty. Go check that out.
Since we're on the music segment, I want to say thank you for getting the radio back on. I missed it so much, and it's so clear right now, and it's making me so happy, so thank you.
So if you're in your car, 101.1 FM on the key, you got it. It's pretty much every song we've ever put in the mix, so it's a good mix of like a lot of classic rock, a lot of reggae, and a lot of the new stuff.
It's really good.
All mixed now, not like before when we were.
So how did
going
that
through
happen?
vibes, going through moments.
How did it resurface? I mean,
So this is a weird story. So, like 2.5 months ago, I go out there with a new computer because the old one had fried by itself. It gets so hot in there, it must have like just petered out. And I set it all up, and everything's going, and it sounds. I can hear it on the out there. I can hear it, but I get to the yacht club, and it still sounds all right. And then I start driving around the key, and it sounds horrible. Like there's some kind of like weird static coming in. It must have been from the radio itself. So it's set up so that it like turns. It automatically turns itself on after the batteries go out and they get recharged. So if the batteries die and then the computer dies, but then when it gets recharged, it's set to like at once a day try and turn itself on with this scheduler thing. And so it must have died when it got really rainy. Okay, so it must have all died. And when it rebooted itself, like finally when it got more juice, it all kind of was working.
It was the spirit.
And then it had that weird thing where it had like long pauses between the songs.
Like a full minute, yeah.
Which is really weird because I couldn't figure out
It was
why
the
that
spirit,
was
man.
happening.
It was the spirit.
And then so finally for Scott's birthday, I got to get out there finally, and I looked at it and I was like, it looks like right. I reset it just to make sure everything was all right, and now it sounds like it always did.
So for those of you that are new to this, it's 101.1 FM, Rat Radio. It's going to be. Is it playing like just during daylight hours? Or?
Yeah, it plays from like 7 a.m., which was a time that I picked specifically for Gannon because Gannon is like a super early bird. But now he doesn't even live here anymore, so I should have moved this to like 8:30 to save a little juice. But it plays from 7 a.m. to midnight.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And maybe it cuts off a little earlier if it's not a Sunday.
It does. It does what it wants to do. It's like Hal from 2001: Space Odyssey.
There you go. And so all the IDs are on there. Everything's there. It's just like
I need to change mine because mine was about the show on Wednesdays. Anyway, so my song, going back to what you're listening to, is a song from. It's a Brazil. I sometimes suggest Brazilian music. This song I just can't get over, and I biked here and I was singing it in my head on the way here, so I'm going to suggest it. It's called Gente Aberta. It means open people. By Erasmo Carlos, an album from 1971 by the name of Carlos, Erasmo. So it's a little hippie-y, but it's so good. The lyrics are nice, and the song is, it starts off cool and chill, and then he rocks out at the end. So yeah, it's really good. And while we're on the radio talk, I want to give a shout out to Al that probably never listens because I got a cool t-shirt in the mail today from our, I would like to say, fake sister radio, KCRW from LA. It's a radio that we like out there, and yeah, I'm excited about it. I don't think Al listens to the show, which is silly because he should.
I doubt he listens.
Yeah, but thanks anyway, Alex.
I don't listen to it.
You're on it.
Lala listens to it. Shout out to Lala.
So, a quick note: KCRW, the shirt she's wearing, this is the cool. In LA, the NPR station is also the cool music station.
It's awesome
you get
music.
the whole
Yeah,
mix of like it plays NPR and then it cuts to like cool music. Anyway. That's your music talk. That's your weekend. Now I got to remind you that it's Monday, June 4th, 2018. No One's Listening Show, episode 112. It's Manny, Anna, and I here in the studio today. We don't have a key hack. I don't think we have a key hack.
We'll have a key hack.
All right. If you got one, let us know. 305-361-8557. And if not, we'll go straight into it. Talk of the town. Okay. Do you want to start with I think we should start with the breaking news, which we've been talking about the manager search for so long. So they confirmed a new manager about half an hour ago. Her name is Andrea Aga. She is relatively young for being a manager, and I heard she is it's a progressive pick in the sense it's like new ideas because it's a young person, and that's about all I know about her. But Manny met her 5 to.
You know what? I didn't really meet her. I was going from the gym to Winn-Dixie. And I was crossing there through Midtown, and I saw this woman walking out of the council chamber, and she seemed like she was dressed in a suit, and she gave me a big smile, and I'm like, I didn't think I knew her, but I smiled back and waved, and I was in my golf cart, and then I realized that might have been the new village manager prospect, and I thought to myself, wait, is tonight the night that they were going to give the announcement, or is it tomorrow? I thought it was tomorrow.
I thought it was going to be tomorrow, but it happened today.
Well, a few minutes later, I received a scoop from a friend of the show, and they mentioned that she had just been named, so I'm sure that was her. From what I understand, she was a manager. Where?
I think she was an assistant manager.
Assistant manager, right?
Miami Lakes or something.
Right, for like 6 to 7 years. So I know another one of the candidates had been a manager for 35 years, so that's maybe more of a, set in their ways. So I think that's what they mean by the progressive open thinker. I did run into a council member at CVS the other day, and this person told me that she that she was very interesting, and that they were doing some due diligence and asking people that had worked with her, for her, above her, and under her.
Yeah.
What it was like to work for her.
Oh, like a recruiting agency.
Right. So
yeah. I was just asked to be a person of reference for one of those. It was interesting.
Yeah.
So let me break it down for you guys because I got the whole thing.
Good.
They went in there for the vote. I'm not sure who's voting with all these votes, but I'll tell you right now. Aga got 6.
Who? She got 6?
She got 6. Taxis got 4, and Rasco got 4. And then there was a runoff between...
Wait, how's that add up?
It doesn't.
Someone robbed the vote. I'm joking.
So maybe one of our listeners can tell us. But then there was a little runoff between Taxis and Rasco, and that was 4-3. So that makes sense. 4-3 towards Taxis. So and then there was a vote between Aga and Taxis, and Aga won.
Okay,
so a big congrats to her. This whole brouhaha that we have been talking about is over. Joe Rasco, sorry you missed it. You blew it. You're out of here.
Manny gave a face on that one.
No, look, that's super harsh, especially after he got beat up so much in the.
Yeah, that was not cool. I didn't like that.
Though,
I don't remember seeing her name. Am I wasn't paying attention?
So I never talked about it because all I cared
never
about
saw her
was
name.
all I cared about was the brouhaha. If you think about it, we never talk. Nobody on the island is ever like, oh, the old manager, John Gilbert. Do you ever talk about him?
No.
Like
I learned about him when this whole thing came up.
It's not really a thing to talk about the man. It's the manager. We made this whole big deal about it, but it's like, yeah, you have to pick someone good, but it's not something that you need to. I don't know. It's like a good manager is not going to be. Is somebody you're not going to talk about too much.
Should we give her a call and congratulate her?
You want to do that?
Do you know her?
No, but
that's awkward.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Have you met her at the meet and greet?
No, I didn't meet her. I just did a drive by and she smiled and
she was happy because she just got out of the meeting.
Yeah, nice. Does the manager need to live on the key? No, right?
No, but it would be better if they did.
Like a lighthouse keeper?
I'm sure she'll live on the key.
She makes enough to live on the key, that's for sure.
Why? How much does the villager manager make?
Like 200 or some.
Oh yeah, we talked about this, how we would split the job.
So anyway, what I thought, in conclusion, especially given some of the things that people said, which was like the council had agreed to use this headhunter firm to scout these managers and whatever, and some people said that like Joe Rasco getting his name in without being approved by this headhunter person was like cronyism or whatever. It was just like breaking the rules that they set themselves for this thing. So I guess it would have looked pretty bad if the council had gone with Rasco. But for next time, they probably shouldn't limit the search to. They should keep the rules open that anybody can. Like even if I went in there and I wanted to be manager, I should be able. And they think I'm qualified, they shouldn't put stupid barriers for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. We'll never talk about it again.
Is there a limit to the term? No, right? It's not a term because it's just a job.
Yes, it's a job.
So yeah, there's no.
Exactly.
Well, maybe we can get her on the show
before she gets polluted.
Famous? I'm joking.
By the village.
I'm sure she'll do great. Welcome, Andrea.
How many years you said she was manager somewhere else?
Assistant manager, I think, for 6 or 7 years somewhere else.
Wow.
Okay.
What about this? Bad gasoline. Bad gas. It smells bad.
Fake news?
It might be fake news. So, there's a thing going around.
Let's not throw that out there.
This happened after Hurricane Irma, and now it's happening again. That the discount gas, which is actually a mobile now, I think, is giving out bad gas sometimes, and then it's and some people say that they start spreading the word like, hey, when you are God, I lost my train of thought. Sorry, because he's talking.
Do you want to?
No, sorry. So anyway, there's this thing. They start spreading the word like, hey, did anybody pump gas at the discount gas? Because my car broke after I did that. And then other people are like, yeah, maybe it was me too, and whatever. And so it kind of balloons out of control. But I wonder, well, you got somebody that it happened to?
Yeah, so I have a friend of the show, Johanna Aguiar, on the phone here. Johanna, how you doing? Johanna, welcome to Rat Radio.
Hey, guys.
So this morning, it's a very slow news week, and I was trolling for news on Facebook today. And I saw your post that, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you posted today and some of the reactions and backstory that you have on that?
Sure. So, first of all, my intent wasn't to cause a big ruckus, but I was just curious if anybody else had experience. Shortly after the hurricane, I put gas in my daughter's car, actually, and probably the following day, all the lights started going off in the car, and the mechanic told me it was because the computer identified that it was poor gas quality that was put into the car. Probably too much water or dirty or whatever the case may be. So they had to, for lack of knowing a lot about cars, they had to, flush out the system or whatever the case may be. And then, again, with another car, I put gas in just a few days ago here on the key. I try not to put on the key, but I put on the key.
It's expensive.
It's expensive. It's like $1 more a gallon.
When when I did now, my car is showing all the same things again. So I just posted wondering if anybody else has if anybody else has this had happened to. And
So that was at the same gas station.
Different gas station.
The other gas station.
The Shell?
Okay. At the Shell this time?
I guess that's the.
At the Shell this time.
All right.
Oh.
And so have you confirmed that it was actually bad gas, or is your car...
It's just bad gas.
So, let me ask you something, because one of the things when I was... when I was looking this up, I was like trying to see like what could be when this happened. Were they refilling the stations? Like, did you see that they were like maybe one of the trucks was there refilling the station?
You know what? No, I don't think it was like this last time at the Shell. No.
Okay.
Yeah,
because.
Before when they've been filling, but this last time they weren't.
Gotcha. No, because that's one of the things that they said, like when they refill the station, sometimes they shake up the bottom or something like that, and it could lead to a thing. But it's weird because the stations all have filters, apparently, to like make sure that stuff doesn't get all the way to the nozzle.
Right.
But yeah, you're not the only person. You're definitely not the only person who's said that this is happening.
No, it's crazy. I got so much response. I mean, we got some response publicly, and I got a lot of response private.
Huh.
Just saying, oh my God, yeah, my car was, we have to. I spent so much money redoing cleaning out my entire car system and blah blah blah. I wasn't saying it because I was looking for any legal matters or for them to.
No, of course not. It's just like
I was just more curious to see if it happened to other people. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they could be, maybe the owners don't even know about it. Who knows, that they're getting or receiving poor quality fuel. And so, I don't know, if someone in the village could look into it, or maybe the owners themselves would want to look into it. I was just more curious.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you very much for sharing that. I mean, we'll see if someone looks into it. Obviously, the name of the show is called the No One's Listening Show, so the chances are that your WhatsApp threads might get a little more activity. So do me a favor and keep us posted on that for the follow-up.
Please.
All right, Joe?
Hey, by the way, regarding the volunteering thing, there's a WhatsApp kidney community service chat.
Oh, awesome. Great. Yeah. And Johanna just actually posted the link to the WhatsApp community service chat. So Rafa will mine that tomorrow and get some people out there selling T-shirts.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for that.
Appreciate the call. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Okay, so
thank you.
What do you do with that? Like, if you can prove that it was that gas, because like you have to pay for it, and it's not really.
So when I looked it up, it's weird because it happens, but it doesn't happen to every car. So it can't be, it's got to be like some kind of freak thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of car she has? Is it a very luxury car?
I'm not sure. No, I think her daughter. Oh, she has a like a Jeep, CJ7 type.
Okay,
a nice one. It's a nice one.
So there's a couple of things that when I was reading about this stuff that comes up. Number one, it's funny that she said that the other gas stations, so both the gas stations have had this problem, which makes me think it's the car screwing up, but I don't know. But anyway, I'll tell you some of the things that came up for the people who want to know about this. Okay, when it rains a lot, water can condense into certain parts of the gas station, be it the nozzle, be it the pump or whatever. Okay. If you get water in your gas, it's not good for the engine, okay? When they refill the gas station, they can stir it up and sediments and stuff get screwed up, and that's really unlikely to go into your tank because they have filters
to not let
it go, and your fuel filter in your car makes sure that stuff doesn't go either. And then finally, some gas stations will do with their plus or their premium, they will pump more regular gas into the... So the plus is a mix of premium and regular.
Really? I didn't know that. That's funny.
So you can mess with the ratios to save money.
Interesting.
And so some gas station owners will do that. But that seems like a shady practice that wouldn't happen I mean, I don't know. That's pretty shady. So if your car says you always need premium gas and you always pay for premium gas, so your car's only used to that,
Yeah.
and then suddenly you get like a bad ratio, then maybe it could screw up. But it seems to me like that would affect like hundreds of cars on the key
Yeah.
if they ever did that. You know what I mean? Not just one. So I'm guessing maybe it's the condensation on the thing, or it's just bad luck. The other thing I read is that mechanics like to say that it's the bad gas, but they don't have a way to test the gas. So they just say that. They just tell you that because it's like they see that the fuel filter has a problem, but...
Yeah, but if like enough people are saying these things, not just this person, I don't know.
But now they said it from both gas stations, which sounds like a freak thing as opposed to like...
It does.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to stay tuned and see.
Because we could be breaking a big story here, guys.
Yeah, the conspiracy.
Or it's like someone's car just effed up. And
yeah, I mean, maybe she had 2 cars to happen to her, so that's like really bad luck. Maybe her mechanic is just like, hey,
yeah.
bad gas.
Bad gas.
Bad gas, a lot of money.
$5,000. Yeah,
because the only mechanic is from the other gas station.
Yeah.
Pumped over there? Oh, man, bad gas.
Bad gas. The funny thing is we keep saying bad gas and I keep thinking of passing gas. And yeah, anyway.
What else is happening in talk of the town?
Right? Seriously.
Okay, you want to talk about the Key Colony gates?
Oh.
I hadn't heard anything about that until I saw the notes today.
I mean, it's in my board meetings. Is that like allowed to speak? Are you allowed to speak about your board meetings?
Yes,
yeah?
I think you are.
Yeah? Okay. So I went to my board meeting. I usually don't go. First, because they used to be on Wednesdays, and we had the show.
So wait, the board at Key Colony is by building or by...
No, they have a management company that runs the HOA that...
For all 4 buildings?
All 4 buildings, but they do have a representative from each building.
Okay.
Or more than one for each building.
And so what's the issue?
It's not an issue, but it's something that they brought up, and it's something that, like, it's been, like, word on the street anyway, that there's a possibility of opening up a second gate/guardhouse on Sonesta Drive. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
But that would lead to Holiday Colony.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
That's an awful idea.
I think so, too, but, you know...
Holiday Colony is not going to like that.
That's what I said.
Not. But what did they say to that?
I'm not going to say that part.
Why not? Somebody said
They
it.
said
You
it's...
don't have to say
What do you mean? It was a meeting. It's an open meeting.
Yeah.
Is it an open to the community or
Somebody
just
else
open
could
to
have
Key
already
Colony?
said this.
Well, you're a person who went... You're not under gag
I don't want them
order.
to hate me. They already hate me. I was asking questions.
they
I stayed
already
all
hate
night.
you. Who cares?
Yeah. They said that there's a big possibility that the village would okay it.
Because...
No, I'm sorry. No.
You're not even...
No. And don't say it either. I'm not going to go there. I don't want the
think you
village to
already
hear
did.
I don't want the village to hear this and there's like a thing. That's like too much information. But I think it's strange. I think it's weird. I don't think that's the solution to like what they call the bottlenecks situation at 8:30 in the morning. But that's the thing. So they say maybe we do that and only open it up for like 8:30 in the morning until 9:30 in the morning, because if you do live in Key Colony, to leave at 8:30 in the morning, you could get stuck there for like 10 minutes, whatever, or more, because so many people are leaving that it piles up if you're not turning right. Even if you are turning right and you can't even get to that lane because that light going to Crandon sucks.
Yeah.
They already open up the incoming traffic lane for people to go out, but it's pretty bad. So I don't know. I think obviously I'm like no, because those
they would have to
houses that
make
are there,
another guardhouse on
they would have to
Sonesta
make
Drive.
Yeah, and I know. I also
That'll
say
never
no way,
happen.
but they've been talking about it. It's on the table. They've already,
So the Holiday Colony people would probably protest.
fight against it.
But I mean, how many people are there in Holiday Colony compared to how many people there are in
Key Colony.
You know?
A lot
It's
in Key
like,
Colony.
hey, we need to get out there. We need to get to Sonesta Drive to take our kids to school. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, no. I think the Holiday Colony has more. I mean,
Clout?
Mike Kelly lives in Holiday Colony.
That's what I was thinking too when I
That's
heard all
funny.
this stuff. Like,
That's
yeah,
really funny.
Mike Kelly will fight it to the death.
I don't think
They barely built Oceana.
that's funny. I don't think it'll even come to the table till like not even like 2020. It's like a very like,
There's no way that'll ever happen.
What about
I
the
don't
other
know.
gate that you mentioned, like a northwest? Where is that?
Okay, so if you're looking at Key Colony, the entrance on the left down a few meters, there's a gate there, but it's like used for containers right now.
Oh,
so if they use that as an exit gate to Crandon, which makes more sense, I think that could help. Listen, I live in Tidemark. I don't think I want a gate near Sonesta anyway.
Saying where like the pond is.
Where the pond is, there's a gate. So like figure out some way to open that as an exit gate. I think could help. I don't know. That was another comment they made, but
like an only right turn gate kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to, exactly.
Maybe only exit.
You can't go. Yeah, there's no way to go in because they're not going to change Crandon Boulevard, and there's no way to go left because they're not going to change Crandon Boulevard. So
what about the library?
So that's a different story.
That's another story.
You know what's happening there, right?
Yeah. No, I don't know what's happening there. I mean,
so from what I understand, the village approved taking it over, knocking it down, and building the new library / cultural center / thing all on that property. Yes.
Is that going to mess with the traffic? No, there's a parking lot there.
There's a parking lot there. Is that going to mess with the traffic? Maybe after school it'll get kind of hairy.
Are people going to go to the cultural center? I don't know. I mean, I don't.
That's a different thing.
Exactly.
Should that be at 530 Crandon instead because it makes more sense to put all the civic buildings together? I don't know. Kind of sad that the little pond will go.
I love the little. They're going to take away the little pond?
Oh, yeah.
There's so many animals that live there. There's a lot of animals that live there. If you ever walk at night, you hear 10,000 frogs. Okay? Granted, it's mating season right now, but there's a lot of frogs. All the ducks. Can't take them out of there.
So I don't have any real news on that, so I don't want to talk about it because it's like
just like I didn't want to talk about my thing.
No, I was thinking for another egress.
Oh,
into Key Colony.
Oh wow! Okay.
Like to use that as another way.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
It can only be it could be a right turn again. But you can't go out.
Exactly.
Make a left there. Which is the real problem. They need a place to make the left.
The weird thing about the gate at Sonesta Drive is that like you're gonna have to wait that light that didn't exist more than 5 years ago. Number one, the Eckerd Mall red light. And if you want to avoid the red lights, you would go through the houses to go out through East Enid, which
exactly
is not fair to the houses.
Yeah.
If you pay to live in a house on the Key
East Heather.
Heather. Yeah. Sorry, East Heather.
So those people would cut right through because like
why would you wait at that light? Or I mean, I feel funny about it.
They're at the Village Green. They're running over kids. They're crossing all the yellows, and now we're back to that thing. Anyway,
and even if you like, it would hold up traffic because like if you're waiting, like I don't have to wait at the red light to turn right on Crandon right now because you can always turn right on Crandon. But like there, the person might be wanting to turn left because we have a right lane. But there, if someone's making a left turn onto Crandon, I have to wait behind them to turn right on Crandon. So I would probably cut through the house streets, which is not fair to the houses.
You think it's not going to happen?
I don't see how that would happen. Holiday Colony is not going to. I mean, they already have to deal with the Oceana traffic. Not that there's much because that's a seasonal place, but
there's more than 1,600 apartments in Key Colony. So I don't know how that works.
So what?
How many houses are there?
So what?
So now these guys got their little lobbying group too, the condo lobbying group. You know?
Well,
we'll see what happens. But if you live in Holiday Colony, be prepared to fight. Anyway, I went to that traffic...
I'm going to be banned from the board meetings. It's over. I'm banned.
I went to that traffic meeting. Remember that I talked to you guys about the traffic and the group chats and 200 people and all this stuff, and there's going to be a meeting. And I went, and it was Chief Press getting grilled, basically, about... what are you going to do? And basically what I wrote down here is it was boring, nothing came of it, and no one showed up.
And no wine was served.
And no wine.
What do you mean no one showed up?
Like, of these 200 people complaining, there was only like 30 people in that room, and half of them were there for other things. Like, half of them were the manager candidates. The other half were like Theo and crew, it's like...
So what were the vocal people saying?
So there was a couple like little themes going on. First, it was the same stuff you hear all the time, which is like, like they they learn to drive in other countries and then they come here and whatever.
People said that.
Yeah, which
I mean, I understand, but
it's a common thing to say, and it's what's funny about it is like they're like, yeah, but they should learn, and it's like at this point they make up the majority. Maybe we should all just be that. You know, that's like
let's all drive that way.
They should tell us how to drive. And then yes, please. The other things a couple other things were mentioned.
someone from the board kicking out.
So, a couple things were mentioned. Chief Press has been trying to fight for removing some of these crosswalks because he thinks they're just too dangerous.
There are too many.
Really?
There's a lot.
I heard there was 24 crosswalks.
Some ridiculous.
There's some that you could just cross the street and go there. Like, give me a break. Sorry, anyway.
So he's talking about that, and I don't know which ones you would pick to do, right? Other people were just like, why don't you give more tickets? Then this thing came up of like the entitlement of certain residents, which is a problem when you want to enforce the law because residents don't put up with it, and then they complain, and then the village, the council is like, well, ease up, don't be so strict or whatever. And this example came up, the Chief Press was telling that it happened, I think only like a week ago, not even. And some lady who's runs a stop sign when nobody's there. I think it was at night. Nobody's there. She runs a stop sign, gets pulled over, starts berating the cop, like, why are you pulling me over? Nobody's even here. Don't you have something better to do? Blah, 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 like that. Okay.
People suck, man.
She goes, after she gets a ticket, goes all the way to the station.
Hang on. Captured on the body cam.
That's what it said, that it's captured on body camera. She goes to the station, berates everybody there, too, and says she's going to come back to talk to the chief. She never comes back to talk to the chief the next day. But all that, and it was apparently captured on body camera, and then somebody jokingly said, like, oh, can't we, like, get these body cameras and then, like, publicly shame these people? Which is funny, but it's not that funny, because I'm going to make a segue right now to the next thing, which will be our police reports. And so I'm going to try and get those body camera footages. It's not impossible to get that stuff.
Oh, that would be great. Or maybe she can call in.
I will tell you something. So I've been doing the police reports, and I heard that thing about the shaming and us getting
public
them or whatever.
shaming?
In the police reports this month that I got the last month, there are 2 people that we know that are involved in police incidents, okay?
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to mention them or the incidents.
I know one of them, I'm sure.
But if it's like...
Like they're friends of ours?
If you got a body camera of you shown on Facebook doing anything, dude, you're done. Your whole life is over. Like,
right. Google you,
forever.
Boom.
Forever going to be known as that person.
I think it's a funny joke, but it's not serious.
Yeah.
Like, you don't...
It's like
don't.
The
Obviously, don't do that.
Forget. This country doesn't forget. They're ruthless. People are just ruthless of like...
Thank God we grew up without this shit.
So that would be a bad idea to do it. Maybe you do it with a blurred face or something. Maybe that would work, you know?
You know, if people are talking about you on a chat, maybe that's not as permanent.
Right. Okay.
No, there's no...
So that's a different story. Like if I show you guys, it's a different story than if you post it on Facebook.
There's no need to be publicly shaming anyway. We don't know. She had a bad day. Her kid pissed her off.
That's true.
You know what I mean, guys? Like, should she be berating the cop? No, she shouldn't. But do we know what's going on in her life? No, we don't. So, like, there's no need for us to put negativity out there. Like,
you're right. I think you should just triple her fine.
So the question really
she should have gotten a ticket for, whatever.
Is anybody as bad as their worst mistake? I don't think they
guys, if I were as bad as my worst mistake, like, I wouldn't be here. You guys would be like, I don't want to be friends with you.
So
you know, like
that kind of stuff is dangerous. So now talking about that, let's go to police reports. Which is
there's no melodica song for that.
Oh,
I'm joking. You don't worry.
I don't know it yet, but
I think you just heard it was a pouring sound.
It was a pouring of Czech soda into wine.
It shouldn't sound like a police siren. That would be perfect.
Oh, weird. Yeah. Is that a police siren? I don't even know. That sounds like a car alarm.
Yeah. Good enough. That's about the police reports that we get anyway. Okay. Let's go. Ready? We're going to go through these quick.
I'm excited.
Except for, okay, man. April 14th, on the big bridge, 7:20 in the morning. Key kid wrecks his dad's 2017 white Maserati. He said the road was wet and he lost traction. Front and rear damage.
April 14th was a Saturday.
Was he drunk?
No other cars involved.
Good, but was he drunk?
Yeah, my birthday was on the 13th on a Friday, so that was the...
7 in the morning, he's coming into the key? Or he's leaving the key?
I didn't get that detail. But it says he's
probably coming into the key.
2017 Mazzo.
He has insurance, it's fine.
Woof.
He was not hurt.
Huh?
He was not hurt.
No, he wasn't
That's the
hurt.
important part.
Yeah.
But he didn't get a DUI.
No, nothing happened. Maybe he was leaving the key. I don't know.
Yeah, we had a little sleepover with someone.
Oh, that's what you're thinking?
Probably.
He's a kid, okay?
Right?
He's a
Weren't we
minor.
gonna get the ins and outs of the key to see who's having affairs or whatever at the toll at the camera?
All right. April 29th, Key Biscayne Yacht Club. A guy parks his golf cart at the yacht club in the morning.
Manny? No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
No,
Sorry.
no.
At like 4 in the morning or something. No, like 7 in the morning. He goes out fishing all day. And he comes back at 4 p.m. It's gone.
That was my friend.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Oh,
that was my
no.
friend.
Wait.
Yeah, he put it... Well, let me just say that he put on our chat, he had he was going to give a $200
Reward.
and I'm kicking myself because I didn't go over and I didn't go look for it. But go ahead.
So he reports to the police, stolen golf cart, whatever. April 30th. Stolen golf cart is found at the Key Biscayne Yacht Club. It had been illegally parked and it was moved by security. Golf
So just
cart
like
was
right
fine.
outside.
It was
No.
literally in the same place.
That's wrong. It was that's
Fake news.
inaccurate.
Fake
Yeah,
news.
it's fake news. It was
what the
not.
report said.
It was not illegally parked.
Okay.
It was parked, but it needed to be moved because the yacht club was doing like a regatta or something that weekend, and they needed to move some things around.
That's hilarious.
And so they moved the golf cart and they put it, I think, on the lawn right there by the gazebo.
He didn't look up.
He didn't even
Oh.
ask at the yacht club. Like,
Right?
"Has anybody
Like
seen my
what-
golf cart?"
He just like looked in the spot and said, "It's gone for life."
Yeah, that's why I'm
Cops.
kicking myself.
And he called
That's
the
why I'm
cops.
kicking myself that I didn't go and look for it. I mean, I totally would have
That's
found it.
hilarious.
All right.
That's hilarious.
April 30th, 77 Crandon Boulevard. Guy's trying to get into the building at 77 Crandon, which is the one on the corner of Ocean Lane.
The pyramid? Or
No, the one-
Oh, the pyramid's
the other
not on the corner. Hello.
He's trying to get into the building. A kid lets him in. He wanders through the hallways and then goes to the mailroom. He finds 2 packages and takes them to the bathroom. He opens them and he steals what's inside. Total damage, $26.
Was the damage? How was the $26 measured? Was it like
It's
two?
the value of the 2 things in the boxes. I mean, he must
What are
have
people
stolen,
ordering?
Like,
It's like $5.
probably those socks that happened. the
Oh,
last
those
time.
socks! Those socks! The 6-pack of socks.
Anyway, yeah, that was weird though.
And who's the guy? Was he caught on camera?
All it says was that he was a loiterer, and some people saw him. That's it.
Bro,
Yeah. All
gotta
right.
be careful who you're letting in the building.
May 3rd, Village Green. Man leaves his car parked for a few days. He comes back. It's completely keyed all around.
Ooh.
No video. 2,500 in damage. Apparently.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not cool.
Yeah.
He was one of the affairs that got caught on the toll camera.
Probably.
Or a
That's not
Key Biscayne,
good.
or a Key Biscayne bad parking victim.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
somebody that got mad that he left it overnight or
Oh,
something.
but guys, who keys cars? I don't understand.
Nah.
People are crazy.
Yeah, especially nowadays with all the cameras.
Or just some kids that were dumb.
Okay, same day, May 3rd. This was bad. This is on Crandon. Guy's driving to work at the rec center. A blonde female in a newish white Jeep Cherokee pulls up next to him and is yelling racial obscenities at him.
What?
She was filming on her iPad. It says iPad. She's filming on an iPad.
Some people do that. Some people do that. It's
She's,
weird.
she's shouting the N-word. And
What?
my kids go to the rec... Quote, my kids go to the rec center and now we have niggers here now.
Come on, dude.
I'm gonna look for a white Jeep
And
Cherokee with a blonde lady.
I think the
Let's
guy-
look for her.
The guy works at the rec center, and I think he's black. I'm not sure. And then she turned east onto Galen, and she almost hits a kid crossing, and then nothing came of it.
Who the fudge is this bitch?
So if you know a white blonde in a newish white Jeep Cherokee, well,
In the Garden District.
going to the garden, yeah, and then she said that her kids go to the rec center. So
Wow.
We will find her.
I'm going to find her. You
I wonder
go
if she's
around
the
golf
same
cart
one
and
who's
find
on the
her.
body cam, because in that case,
That's crazy. So I
That'd be
actually
awesome.
might maybe know who's on the body.
That we can publicly shame.
No,
Anybody
no.
who's screaming racist shit,
Yeah, that we
we're
can.
publicly shaming. I guarantee, I promise you, we will.
That is like I just wonder like what that sounds like crazy person type of stuff.
We'll find
You
out
know,
who
to
that
do
is.
Something like that is like very crazy person. You get what I mean?
People have a lot of hate, you know that? The people
Like
are
yelling
hate-
out the car window.
People are hateful.
It's gotta be insane almost.
And why is she filming this?
I don't know.
I wish we could get our hands on her
It's so
video.
weird. May 5th, we talked about this, but I thought it was just 3 rue plants are stolen from the Heather Park.
one of them had a cocoon on it.
Oh,
I think so.
people suck.
Yeah.
May 9th, 4:15 a.m., Harbor Drive. 4 males are seen on a camera sneaking into a backyard. They double up on some wave runners and take off. 8 hours later, like around noon, the 4 wave runners are found in Pines Canal, undamaged. 3 other watercraft found in the same area.
So they go around stealing wave runners?
It's
Joyrides.
It's joyrides at 4 a.m. And then they left them in Pines Canal, but how did they get out of there? That's
Maybe it
my
was like some
question.
kind of a fraternity initiation. or
Right?
something.
Like, oh, you have to, I'll pick you up there, but yeah, you have to do this.
But, and then they
Is
must
it
have
easy
known
to
that
steal
there
a
was
wave runner?
runner?
Like, don't you need a key? Or is it easy like a golf cart or something? Like,
I don't know. That's maybe they knew the person. Who knows? Or maybe they knew that the wave runners. I don't know. But those are expensive, and you'd think you would steal them all away, and then they didn't.
interesting.
Wow, the police are busy. What else? you
Right?
got,
May
Rafa?
3rd, May 5th, April 29th.
11th,
May
10
11th, my
p.m.
birthday.
10 p.m. on Redwood. Someone egged the side of a house. Not the first time. Suspects at large.
Wait, not the first time.
They're out there walking around with backpacks.
Well, I say we egg this blonde Jeep Cherokee lady.
It was a Friday, I guess, so somebody was just a little mischief.
That's whatever. That's silly.
Oh, this looks so good. May 16th, Woodcrest, 4 a.m. Man observes on
It's all 4 a.m.
CCTV a guy in his front yard. He looks drunk. He's staggering. In the video, it shows the guy urinating and defecating next to some bushes.
Defecating. Ah!
He then lays on some rocks in the front yard and goes to sleep.
Good for
At
him.
around 5, he gets up and he walks away.
Good for him.
He's
Yeah.
never found.
What? They never found him?
Because apparently the footage is not good enough to like see his face.
So the guy just like dumped out and crashed?
That's hilarious.
May 16th.
There's more?
Wait, where was that?
That was on Woodcrest.
Oh, man.
We need to do little drive-bys at 4 in the morning, like drive around the key and see all this action.
I know, I'm
a lot of
wasting-
shit's happening at 4 a.m. on the key.
Shit, I'm wasting my time on the beach looking for turtles, man.
Right? We need to look for crime.
May 16th on Fernwood. Motorcycle on fire.
What?
Rider said he left it parked for 2 minutes. When he got back, it was engulfed in flames. What?
Spontaneous combustion?
I think this is funny, especially because the last time we did police reports, there was a scooter on fire.
Oh, that's right.
telling you.
Scooter on fire.
What? Anyway. May 17th, Harbor, 2:30 a.m.
It's telling you.
2 SUVs with lights off and a white Mercedes are speeding. Cops attempt to pull over while they pass Calusa,
Oh.
like leaving the key. All 3 cars speed off super fast. Cops don't pursue given how dangerous it is because they're going way too fast. And they radio it in to up front.
Miami
On the
police.
causeway?
Yeah, like these guys just dipped on us from the key, like bolo for these cars.
Oh.
The same night, a silver Mercedes is stolen at Warren Lane, unlocked with the key inside. A black Volkswagen is stolen from Woodcrest.
Oh.
It's found parked on Myrtlewood. A running car is left in the driveway at somebody's house on Glen Ridge. That car had been stolen in Hialeah.
What?
A Range Rover is stolen from West Mashta,
What?
and a Jeep Cherokee
Was it white?
with a handgun inside is stolen from Warren Lane. All that on May 17th. That was when I mentioned it, and somebody had their car stolen or whatever. It was like a whole spree, and these
That's
guys
a lot.
went all over the key looking
That's a
for
lot.
cars.
Dude, what the fuck
That's
is
a
going
lot.
on
That's
in
a
the
lot.
key?
Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Remember when we spoke about that Range Rover being stolen? Is that the one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not like another incident.
Yeah.
So May 17th was a busy night on the Key.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if they've caught these guys or what. I mean, you would think that, like, when you put out a thing, hey,
Yeah.
guys leaving the Key speeding or whatever, these are the 3 cars. But maybe they dumped the cars? Who knows? No. I wonder.
They dumped the car they stole in Hialeah on the Key.
That's true. But it makes you wonder, like, with the Range Rover, I mean, the lady was saying the next day that they didn't find it. I mean, maybe they hadn't found it yet anyway.
That's
anyway,
crazy.
Crazy little crime. That seems like an organized operation,
clearly.
not just like a crime of opportunity.
Clearly.
These guys were thinking. May 20th, Ocean Lane. Car is on fire.
Shut the fuck up.
The owner shows up, says she was just there 15 minutes ago and it was fine. Fire seems to have started in the engine compartment. There's no investigation.
It was the bad gas.
Finally, May 24th, Sunrise Garden District. A woman calls the cops because her downstairs neighbor came up, knocked on the door to complain about noise from her apartment. She says he does this a lot and that there's never any noise.
Oh.
And that even though she tells him it could be any other apartment, he always comes back to her. I think the way I read it, she was like a
young girl.
in her 30s.
Yeah.
And it sounds like some kind of creepy perv or something.
That sucks.
It's like happening at night.
That sucks. Is it you, Manny? I'm joking. I'm joking. Manny's giving me the death stare. I drank too much wine. I'm just playing. Manny, obviously it's not you.
I'm gonna get going. I gotta go, guys.
Keep it down.
I am so playing. I was gonna make the joke with Rafa, but he hasn't really moved in yet. So,
all right, that's your police.
by the way, reports or whatever disclaimer. That was a joke. I love Manny. I don't think he's the creepy guy on Sunrise.
Yeah, man doesn't need to do that.
No.
June 1st. June 1st. I don't know. This is breaking news. It's not yet in the police report. It will be on next week's show.
Next round.
Okay.
June 1st, I'm on my way to a Little League game. Woodcrest and Woodcrest Lane. Pull up to the 4-way stop sign where there's a Maserati halfway through the stop sign, stopped. I pull up and I'm heading, towards St. Agnes on Woodcrest. Coming the other way from Harbor on Woodcrest is a police car who's also stopped. And the police car and I are sitting there facing each other with the Maserati in between us in the intersection, stopped, texting.
No way.
No way. No.
So we sat there, the policeman and myself, for probably like 30 very awkward seconds, just waiting to see, who's going to beep first and wake this Maserati up.
That's horrible.
And finally, I did. And I was like, dude. And I gave him the universal sign for WTF texting.
Manny's
While
moving
you're
his thumbs
driving.
right now.
And he was like, and then when he saw me, I gave him the sign, and then I pointed that way, and he turned his head to look to the police officer who was also looking at him.
Oh, that's funny.
I was like, come on, man.
So this is funny because one of the things that was mentioned at that boring meeting was that even though texting is a secondary offense, something like impeding the right of way is a primary offense.
So
the cop could have been like, whoop, and pulled him over for being stopped in the middle of the road.
I was kicking myself for not having filmed the whole thing. But
Speaking of cops and wrong things, this is off the key news, but it really disturbed me. I was in downtown today, crossing the street, and I was about to cross the street, and there was kind of like light traffic. There was a girl in a red Jeep, okay, windows down, music up, smoking a glass bowl, singing along with her music, while there's a cop right next to her, cross guard, because it was traffic-y, and I'm like, number one, you have no shame. Number two, cop, what are you doing? Smoking weed at the cross? Like, what are you doing?
That's Miami. I've
I've seen so many people smoking weed in Miami, driving.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's insane. But like smoking, not even a joint, pretending it's a cigarette, smoking a bowl with the windows down, singing along to loud music.
Maybe it was her medicine.
Man, I'm number one proponent of medicinal weed, but shit, while you're driving, that's insane.
All right. It's Monday, June 4th, 2018. This is your No One's Listening show, Key Biscayne, episode 112. Let's move on to openings and closing.
My favorite.
All right. Stefano's Lounge
Yes.
is finally reopening today, apparently.
Tonight.
It's like the day,
Yeah.
tonight, whatever. And we've talked about this before. You want to tell us what the concept is?
Sure. I walked by and I walked in and spoke with Eduardo, a friend of the show. It looks awesome. I think it looks great. They opened it up to the store and just created this section where they have a few tables and chairs set up and a bar. The idea, I guess, is that it's open a little bit later on the weekends, but otherwise it must be store hours, and that there's going to be music. He set up a little area close to the door in the entrance where there'll be live music set up and a DJ once a month. Towards the end of the month, I forgot what he said. And they don't have food yet, but they will have food. And I think it looks like a cool vibe.
Well, but the concept is for you to buy your bottle.
You could buy, yes, that's an important part. Thanks. That it's going to be bottle prices, the store prices, and then there's a small corking fee, which I think is awesome. And it's so different than the vibe that they had gone for before with like this dark vibe and the red booths and whatnot. It's simple tables set up. You can enjoy your beer or wine, whatever. And I think that's cool. Yeah.
So that's happening right today. If you want to go have now you don't even have to go to the place that offers, some of these places do half off wine night. It's always half off wine if you do
right
because it's exactly.
I mean, it could be a fun place to have a party, right? So you have a party and your guests come and they go and they shop and they buy a bottle of this and they bring it over and.
Man,
I think it's cool. It looks
promising.
cool. When I went, all the lights were on because it was daytime. It was breakfast, I think. I just had breakfast with my mom at Boulangerie. But he said that they're going to dim the lights, which I think is important. So, Eduardo.
So it's always happening because if you know, restaurants, wine is always marked up about 100%. So it costs $20 at the liquor store. It's $40 at the restaurant. But here you're going to be paying the $20.
Or I don't know how much the corking fee is going to be. Usually it's like $5 or $10.
No, I mean I'll bring my own bottle opener. It's okay.
I like
they have
that.
to give you the cups and the ice if you get a drink and stuff. Like,
I wonder if you can
there's a lot to it,
but there's a bar too. Like there's a
that's
bar.
where they would have that stuff, the
So
glassware and the ice.
I wonder if I don't know if you can like buy like a whiskey bottle and sit there. You know,
That bar's going to go out of business. I'm just
right?
gonna
That's
go
what I'm saying. I think you could. It's like a wine thing and
Really?
beer, or beer. Just a wine thing.
What?
Why?
I can't imagine why would they would. You could buy a bottle of gin and sit there.
Well, what did he say when you asked him?
I didn't. I was a bad interviewer
Why
that
wouldn't you be
night,
able
that
to do
day,
that?
morning. Because there's a bar.
What do you mean there's a bar?
There's a bar.
They have the bar because where are they going to pull the glassware out of to give you for the wine?
I feel like
That's the
it's
old bar. It's the
just
same
wine. We're gonna have to. Do you have
I think we
Eduardo's
need to
number?
follow up on this story.
Do you have his number?
Yeah, but he's busy probably on his thing right now. So
Fine.
we're gonna go over
We're
there
gonna
and find
follow
out.
up.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
I'm a bad reporter,
And you're mean.
and I mean, Manny
Straight up
hates me
mean.
tonight. I am so sorry. Manny hates me.
We'll do some tequila shots.
I'll buy you. I'll buy you a bottle of wine.
So that's your opening and
Stefano's.
closing.
That's not gonna be
You wanted
enough.
me to mention, which
shit.
you want to get into it? I'll just mention it for a second.
What?
The old Archie's Pizza, which is now Secreto Gourmet.
It's been
where the
sitting there.
Winn-Dixie is.
When is
You know
it
what
going to
it's
open?
gonna be? You know what it's gonna be?
Secreto Gourmet. What do you mean?
No, it's a secret.
I'm just wondering, and if anybody knows, if anybody that's listening knows when it's going to open, because that thing has looked ready for like 2 months at least. So I'm ready. I feel like Pomodori or whatever
They couldn't get
is
the
going to open
permits,
before.
I think. On
Probably.
They have some permit problems.
It's usually that, right? But
Maybe we can send Anna over there to find out what the story is. Or what it's not.
Hey, who sent you guys pictures of Stefano's Lounge that day? Okay.
All right. That's your openings and closings.
Pomodoro's about to open. It says opening soon now. It has like a new sign.
Wait, what's Pomodoro?
The one at the Origin Mall, at Key Colony Plaza.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, it's a new pizza pasta concept,
Oh, wow.
and it's on the corner between Starbucks and Origins. So
Yeah.
it's a perfect spot.
I think it's a great spot, and if it's
Okay.
good,
To have
I'll
a
eat
pizza
there.
spot there where like every teenager is walking around with
Awesome.
a $30 bill.
It better be good. It better be.
All right, knock
It
on
better
wood
be
for
good.
that one. That's a good idea.
I know.
More pizza.
More
Can't go
pizza.
wrong.
Nobody is
By
going to
the
say no
slice?
pizza.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that would be awesome.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring back New York pizza.
Okay, real quick, let me get through this calendar. Things that are happening on the island in the next month or so. Wednesday, June 13th, 6 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
Masterpieces from the Art Institute of Chicago at the Rec Center, 6:30 p.m.
Who's the lecturer?
The lecturer, I don't have his name.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's important. Douglas
No.
something.
But you can look this up on the village website. If you want to know about that kind of thing, you should go.
Artwork from the Art Institute of Chicago. That's important. It's my alma mater. So, yeah.
Saturday and Sunday, June 9th and 10th, the Ass Club is holding a pickleball clinic at the Langley Center.
Wait, there's an ass club on the key?
You're not part of it? Manny hates it. It's over. It's
Ask Club
Oh, ask. Okay. I think you said.
are having a pickleball clinic at the community center. I don't know if you guys know, but it's the fastest growing sport in America.
over. Wait, can we go back to the Art Institute real quick?
No.
Well,
Keep
Saturday.
going forward.
No,
Keep
wait.
going
Okay,
forward.
fine. Well, I'll go back to it at the end.
Saturday, June 16th is the Portela Memorial Give or Take an Inch
There we go.
fishing tournament. Captain's meetings on the Thursday. If you're a fisherman, you probably already know about this, but if you like fishing, figure it out. Portela Memorial Give or Take an Inch tournament. Go to the yacht club, inquire.
Are you aware that Live Bait broke up?
That's what I was gonna
What?
say. Live Bait broke up.
He
No.
texted me the other night asking for help with the band.
So they asked me today, and they asked me earlier too. They want to get the same band that was at the fourth party, which I was like, it doesn't really fit. I don't think they can play one song that Live Bait plays, which is fine. You want to kind of switch it up. But I think it's kind of.
I would do Magic City Hippies instead.
No, I think
Really?
they totally
Manny's
fit,
favorite
man.
band.
I think they totally fit that band.
I mean, it doesn't fit. Yeah, I mean, it's not salty at all. Like the
So
music.
what?
I'm just saying, it's not like Live Bait.
Nothing is. I'm sad. I'm sad.
So, what I thought was the only thing is like, I guess they don't care, but having the same band in like less than a
Yeah.
month is kind of
Yeah,
Right,
that's
right.
fine. It's a different group.
yeah. For them, it'll all be new. They don't.
It's
come-
definitely a different group.
Yeah, they don't come to my party anymore. They came the first year, but then they never came back.
Okay. So is that band available, or
I'm sure they are. Yeah, they play at Bougainvillea.
I'd recommended another band
Oh, who?
called Esco.
I haven't heard of them.
Yeah, and but I guess maybe they're booked or something. Then I asked my friend Will Thomas, who is the Tall Boys,
Yep.
which really would have been a good fit.
Yeah.
Because they have a country vibe,
Mhm.
and you know,
That's cool.
and they play "Sympathy for the Devil,"
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is critical. But the drummer's going to be out of town, so
Yeah.
Well, it should be a great time. June 16th. You know, the fishing tournament's in the morning, and then the party's in the afternoon.
and I
you
did
don't have
recommend
to
that
fish.
they put the band outside. So hopefully
So that,
they'll do that.
that was so annoying with this band. I hope that if they get the same band, they're going to hate it because the guys didn't want to play outside unless we covered them. And
No, they did it. We covered them. They were fine.
I know, but it was like, come on.
Put a barrier.
They should have played a little more too, but
Yeah.
they didn't. So
And then finally, Wednesday, July 4th is the 4th of July parade, and I got to announce some things. First, we're selling T-shirts every on the weekends at the Winn-Dixie from 10 to 6.
For all you ladies out there, Rafa's the one that's selling them.
Yeah, what's up?
damn, Rafa gets the props, and I get like the creeper
I know.
jokes.
That never
That's
happened.
okay.
That never
never
happens. I
happens.
never give Rafa props.
Damn.
That never
Hey,
happened.
ass jokes. And
Anyway, we're selling shirts every weekend until the 4th of July, 10 to 6. They're only $10, super cheap. Can't beat that price.
wow, $10 for that shirt?
Next year it's going to go up $5, so you better get in there this year and get this year's shirt for $10. And then I wanted to say that we have the homemade float contest, $1,500 for overall best homemade. $500 for just a subcategory of golf carts and bike groups. So if you want to decorate some bikes with your family or your golf cart or whatever, you can win $500. Being in the parade is so much more fun than being on the sidelines. I can promise you that. I've done both many times. Get in there. Go to kb4.org and register. Whatever. Find it. Win that money. Tell your creative friends.
Do you have the long sleeve shirts as well?
Yes, we do have long sleeves.
Those are also $10?
Those are $15.
Ooh.
I feel like I was thinking about getting one this year.
A long sleeve?
Yeah, covering my body from the sun. I don't even know. It looks cool.
Yeah, I'm going to go buy and get one tomorrow. Will you be out there tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Oh, actually, you know where they're selling them is at the Chamber of Commerce. Also has them in stock all the time, 9 to 5.
When will you be at Winn-Dixie? Because I went to Winn-Dixie today and I didn't see you there.
Well, it's only on the weekends. Saturdays and Sundays.
That's what I know. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I'm gone this weekend, so...
where you
Oh,
going?
you are?
I'm going up to North Carolina.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Got some kind of cool plan?
Yeah, I'm going to go be a creeper up there.
Note to self, never make fun of Manny. Like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's not worth it. It's not worth the laughs.
What laughs? Oh, wait, Anna, your laughs don't count.
Rafa liked it. Can I circle back to the Art Institute now? Please?
No.
It's an important side note.
Sorry.
So
We're out of time.
Just so
Hey,
you
Rafa,
guys...
thanks a lot, man. I got to get going.
No.
Appreciate it.
No. The Art Institute is the movie that's featured in Ferris Bueller's Day Off when they go to the museum and check out the paintings. So if you've seen that movie, which is probably 100% of the listeners,
Surratt, the dot.
and exactly, and if you've seen those paintings and you think they are cool and want to learn more about them, the lecture is it's a good lecture to go to. I'm going. There's wine and cheese.
There's also free wine and cheese.
Yeah, so free wine and cheese, 6:30 next
and you
Wednesday.
can meet. It's also thrown by the Ass Club. I didn't mention that.
Manny.
So, if you want to get ahead,
Are you
of it,
deflating or something there, Anna? What the hell? What was that sound?
if you want to get ahead of the pickleball, you want to come to this meeting too, so that you hear.
Get
Oh no,
involved.
sorry, the pickleball is before it. I said that. So the pickleball is June 9th. The masterpieces talk is on June
I
13th.
didn't look up the guy. I wonder who he is.
Breaking news, Donald Trump cancels Eagles White House celebration a day before the visit. A small contingent from the Eagles football team, Super Bowl champions, plan to attend but were disinvited on Monday. So stay tuned for that. More news coming up.
Boo Trump. So I was throwing that in there.
Boring. That guy
I'll hate him.
does stuff all does
It's all day.
ridiculous stuff
It's all
the
day.
time.
It's dumb.
I'm sorry for even mentioning
I saw a car driving into the key today with a Trump sticker, and whenever I see a Trump sticker on a car, I stare down the driver. And I'm like, who are you? Why?
God, I hope that was a white Cherokee.
It was it was definitely 100% that lady voted for Trump. It was a white SUV, but it wasn't a Jeep.
All right. Are we about to wrap here? Did we talk about the Art Institute of Chicago? Oh,
Not to be confused
I deflated again.
with the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale. Not the same.
And what? Is there an Art Institute for Lauderdale?
You know those Art Institute franchise things?
It's
that are
not
fake?
that. It is not that. It
Yeah.
is like second to the Met. Okay. It is it is an amazing, beautiful museum. I hate that shouldn't have been allowed that they created those schools.
Right?
Especially because I went to the School of the Art Institute of Chicago and it is not AI. It's not. So,
All right.
thanks.
That's your show. Thank you for listening. Subscribe. Check us out. Whatever. Do all that stuff. Watch out with your gas.
And look out for the white Jeep lady.
Yeah, watch
if
out
you
for
if you
white
find out who
Jeep
she is,
lady.
please let us know.
and send a video. We're going to get that.
We're gonna get her.
And go out there to pickleball. It should be a good time. You guys have anything else? You want to say goodbye to the fans? Fan?
No, there's no fans.
All right.
Thank God
you.
no one was listening tonight.
Thank you, fan.
Thank you,
That's
fan.
it.
Yeah.
Have a great one. We'll be back next week.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.